At Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
It's time to get the Class A high school football playoffs rolling right here on 93.7 The Ticket. Hey guys, Nick Sainer. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday night from Seacrest Field as number 6 Lincoln Southeast faces off against number 11 Lincoln East. When these two teams met back on September 1st, the Spartans won a double overtime thriller, 31-28 over the Knights. The winner keeps their season alive while the loser goes home. It's the Lincoln Southeast Knights against the Lincoln East Spartans this Friday night in the first round of the postseason at 7 p.m. right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow Mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Get all of your favorite restaurants delivered with VenueDelivered.com. One place for ordering delicious appetizers, refreshing salads, hot entrees, fresh sandwiches, and more. From Venue Restaurant and Lounge, Piedmont Bistro, and all Lincoln Good Sense Subs locations. Download our phone app to earn rewards on all of your carryout and delivery orders. Available on Apple and Android, just search for the Pillar Restaurants app. That's the Pillar Restaurants app. Download today.
Constructors, Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their open mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The weekend forecast for today, expecting lots of sunshine with an afternoon high of around 82. Tonight, mainly clear skies, a little breezy as well. We'll see a little around 66. And tomorrow, we'll see a chance of showers and storms take place throughout the day. Otherwise, probably sunny skies with a high around 76. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clucker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Live from the heart of Lincoln, America, welcome to Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome into Ticket Weeknights. Again, I'm Harrison Arns, running the ones and twos. This is the Don't Punt Hour, and in studio, as always, we have DeMornay Pierson'El. It's been a while since we talked about some high school football, taking over the last few sessions.
It's all good.
But nonetheless,
I was out of town anyway. It's all good.
But nonetheless, I do want quick thoughts. We'll break down this Nebraska-Northwestern game. Both had a chance to watch it. Nebraska wins that one 17-7. Defense steps up. Offense kind of felt like more of the same of the Illinois game.
I mean, you hit it right on the head on the point. Hopefully, it's going to be just kind of the same thing a little bit over and over again. I mean, you got dudes that kind of are out for the season. So now you're really going to have, some guys step up and everything like that. So, again, I mean, it's not as pretty, but, I mean, I'll take the win.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take it.
Or excuse me, 17-9. You gotta give them the extra 2 points there. But, yeah, it was
they
the
can
game.
Take the L. Take that.
Take the L, period. And it was actually the first time I didn't realize this. First time that a Nebraska coach in their first year coaching against Northwestern
has won,
which is crazy to think about with Bo Pelini.
Pelini didn't beat them in his first year in the Big Ten?
Mm-mm.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's kind of a crazy thought. You think Bo Pelini would be the one coach where it's like, okay, that was but even he has a better record than most of the other coaches after him against Northwestern.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, that first one didn't quite get the win there. So to finally get that one, Matt Rule, and again, you're playing with an offense that has guys hurt left and right. Heinrich Harburg struggled a lot early in the game. You saw 2 quick interceptions, 1 off a deflection. But again, I think if he just would have fired that one off right away, it was there early. Didn't have to wait a second, kind of made that catch harder than it needed to be. But defensively, it's just been complimentary football. I mean, Northwestern on that first drive had, I think, it was -3 yards, and they still got 3 points just because of the field position. So at least you can rely on your defense to get you out of some sticky situations over and over again. But offensively, at this point, I think we all kind of understand it's going to be incremental growth, right? You got a lot of guys hurt on offense. You could hope for something more. But realistically, what are you hoping to see the offense improve by? I'm not going to say put out a magic number, but what are some small tweaks that even with this beat up roster currently, you got offensive line has been a nightmare health wise for Nebraska as well. What are some small things you hope to see improve?
I feel like the quarterback has been missing shots. Not like chunk plays, but like the right rhythm plays just to keep the offense kind of just moving forward. I don't know if he's not seeing it, or I don't know if
he seems to struggle with his progressions a little bit.
I don't know if he's just not comfortable as he is with Fedone with throwing to everybody else. So I'm not trying to pick him apart and everything like that, because I look, you got enough things going on.
They tried to move him to tight end at one point and everything.
So you know what I'm saying? So it's like at the end of the day, he's getting the job done, and I appreciate that. Everybody can work on, small things and everything like that. Teammates kind of helping him out. It's not just all his fault.
Oh, 100%.
So I mean, a lot of people will point the finger at the quarterback just because he touched the ball every play. But outside of that, I think, just everybody just kind of like raising the level a little bit more to make things, more so easier on him. Now, how do you do that? I'm not too sure with people being hurt, because now people are getting tossed into the fire. Coming off a bye week, kind of everybody kind of got like, reset with things. So that'll be good. People halfway through the season are a lot more comfortable. So now it's just kind of expanding, roles and whatnot. And hopefully, you got a couple guys that can step up and make good plays. Hopefully, he goes through and, catches those. He throws those targets to plays just to keep the offense, just on rhythm and on pace, just, eating up the clock and everything like that.
Yeah, and speaking of the young guys, Malachi Coleman, 1 reception, 55 yards. We were hoping to see something. Only ended up being 1 catch, but a huge one. Gets it in the end zone. Probably Harburg's best throw of the year. Just kind of looking. Yeah, it was on a dime. It was on the money, and they were setting up that belly option all day. And they finally catch Malachi Coleman on an absolute blow by. You can see them kind of creeping up, and then they realize it's too late. Malachi Coleman's got that speed. What it kind of has you excited watching Malachi Coleman? Because I'd imagine those receptions, those targets, going to keep going up. I'd hope they get that connection between Harburg and Coleman.
Again, it's a young core. So, coming in as a red shirt, coming in as a true freshman, and taking a load of things, it's not an easy task, especially, when your offense has been struggling. It's different when you may have, guys around you that can take the load off of, to where it's not necessarily all depending on you. Like, it's going to be on him. Honestly, like you could say he's the deep threat guy.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the other kid who tore his ACL 2 weeks ago. But just consistent, being consistent, playing with more confidence and everything like that. Because those shots more shots are going to come his way. So just capitalizing like he did on his opportunities to make something happen, and then hopefully we can find somebody else, either in a slot or it's the tight end or putting the running back in position to get a mismatch to where now you given multiple options. You got your deep threat option, you got your intermediate, comfortable targets and everything like that, and then you can swing it to your running back and he can do something with it. So hopefully he just continues to build his confidence, and when those opportunities come to him, he makes the plays. I mean, that's what it's all about, because it could be the opposite of it, to something goes down and it's like, oh well, that, and it's like each and every week, he has to be thinking, now it's going to start, piling, and dudes are going to understand, what his game is, and okay, that's what they want to do. So he has to be prepared for, people actually, focusing on him to stop him and everything like that. Because I mean, from the outside receiver, like, I mean, he's pretty much it, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Looking at Henrik Harbert too, real quick. I'm not bashing him by any means. There's some things he did well, right?
Mm-hmm.
The 2 interceptions early in the game. We've seen a lot of times where a quarterback loses that poise quickly after 2. And then right after that, on the next drive, he's able to get a good third and long. He's good at scramble. I'll give him one thing. He improvises. Maybe he probably had a foot over the line of scrimmage, but good improvisation. Get the ball across. The refs didn't see it.
The thing about that, your whole body has to be across. So regardless if your foot,
it was close, is all I'm saying. I don't know. They didn't look at it, which surprised me.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
So sometimes improvising.
And he's good. He did that in high school, expand, and that's kind of when you're seeing the best spots of Harbert. Even though it might not always be pretty, that sidearm, when he's out there scrambling, just keeping the play long enough alive. In the pocket, he's still missing those shots. Satterfield called a great play for him on the wheel route. The running back wide open. You hit that one. That's 7 points, or at the bare minimum, you're right knocking on the door of the end zone. Those are ones he's got to hit. In the pocket, he's got to get more comfortable going through the reads. But when he kind of goes out there and he looks like he's just in high school again, just scrambling, that's kind of been some of the better highlights for him. Outside the Malachi Coleman touchdown.
Again, I get that, but not every defense that you face are going to allow you to do that. You know what I'm saying? So people are going to understand what you're trying to do and take it away, or just have the ball into you and then force him into running. And then now, you know what I'm saying, they get licks, hit on a quarterback and everything like that. So it's just, again, it just goes back to, making sure that he's dialed in. And like I said, if football happens, missed opportunities happen, drop balls happen. I get that. Not mad, I'm not about that and everything like that. But some of the ones for you to be on this level and everything like that, you have to be more consistent to hit. Maybe the first four games, I understand that, the whole quarterback controversy, a lot in your mind, thinking this and this and that and everything like that. Okay, well, now you know what it is. Things are like setting in and everything like that. So now it's time to, elevate your play. And by doing that, necessarily, you have to hit. Like I said, I'm not talking about bombing this, bombing that, left and right and everything like that. It's just a consistent plays over the middle, consistent plays, you throwing out here and there, just keeping the offense on rhythm. You don't, what I'm going to say, shoot yourself in the foot to where now you're left with improvising. Like that's not good all the time.
You'd rather get your read down
before
you have to improvise.
So, exactly. So, and it's like I said, so I don't know if it's him not being comfortable with a lot of the other dudes, and that could play a potential part into it. Him and Fadone, do have some type of strong chemistry, so I'm not mad at that and everything like that. The other stuff will come, but you got to give, guys opportunities, and he has to see it. So that just elevate your game. I'm not mad at it and everything like that, but it just needs to be each week. The week coming needs to be better than the week that you had last week. So just be more consistent in playing with that. I think that will help the offense a lot more.
Yeah, and especially kind of talking about, defense are going to start keying in on that, especially now. They know our offensive line's banged up.
So they're going to be people are going to, they're going to be ears pinned back, sending blitz coming from opposite ways.
Put a spy on the quarterback probably.
Easily. You know what I'm saying? So and especially, you into the thick of the Big Ten play. So now you're getting into later end of October, November's coming up and everything like that. And they got a chance to, I think, win 6-7 games.
Yeah, I mean, 2 games away from 6, right? And you got Purdue. Again, and this is the point I always drive on, but we've talked about it before. It's the Big Ten West. These are all winnable games. Yes, you can also say it's winnable for the other team as well. But if you're Nebraska, at some point, you've been on the other side of that quote-unquote toss-up game for so long.
I think depending on how consistent our offense operates will determine a win or loss. And what I mean by that, necessarily, if our offense shows up to play and does what they're supposed to do and everything like that, I think we walk away with it, period. I have faith with the offense. Special teams have been doing their part and everything like that. Just offense needs to play a complete set. If they play, if the offense plays a complete game, minimize mistakes, control the football, dominate, we'll be fine. Now, if it's a toss up or a flip of a coin, if I don't know which offense is going to show up that day, then I'm more. It could go either way with the loss. But if our offense is consistent, I think the games that we have left, that we walk out of there with a win.
Okay, let's go through the schedule then. You said 6 or 7 wins.
Okay,
and you just tell me win or loss.
Okay.
So next game upcoming October 28th, Nebraska or Purdue at Nebraska.
Purdue at Nebraska.
At Nebraska.
Win.
Okay. So we got that put us at 5-3.
Okay.
Moving on, we go on the road, play Michigan State, and that's going to be an 11 a.m. kickoff. Nebraska at Michigan State.
Win.
Okay, so 6-3. We're already bowling, and we got 3 games left on the schedule.
Okay.
Maryland comes to Nebraska. No time set for it.
And I hate to say it. I think that's a loss.
Okay, Maryland's been
they're
weird
good.
team this. Yes, they are good.
But the teams that they have lost to and everything like that, depending if it's a morning game or a later game.
Mm-hmm.
But from watching Maryland and everything like that, depending on who their opponent is, they play to their level.
Yeah, the Illinois game is what surprised me.
I
did not, and it wasn't close either.
So and you have that. I mean, any given Sunday, any given Saturday, you still have to show up and everything like that. But I don't like predicting a loss, but I think that's a loss.
Okay, that's not a problem. So then that puts us at 6-4.
Okay.
So 6-4, we go on the road again. Nebraska at Wisconsin.
I haven't really watched Wisconsin too much, but I know they've lost typically more than they have in the past.
Yeah, I'll give you a quick rundown of Wisconsin, what they've been doing as of late. So obviously their last game, they did manage to beat Illinois, but it was close, 25-21. And obviously they lost to Iowa in that juggernaut of a game with the defenses 15-6. That offense was absolutely stalled completely by Iowa. They had no answer. They would get a win over Rutgers. Their most noticeable win would honestly be probably against Oklahoma State. That was actually the bowl game last season. Yeah, so the most impressive win, you're looking at Illinois. It hasn't been a great season for Wisconsin.
I think that Wisconsin game is going to be a slugfest. It's always it always is. It's never high scoring or anything like that. Come back to that one. Let me think on that.
Okay, so 6-4.
6-4.
But Wisconsin's still on the table. Black Friday, Iowa.
We beat Iowa. I don't care. We beat Iowa.
So are we going to be 8-4 or 7-5?
I think 7-5.
7-5.
I think 7-5.
I think most Nebraska fans, if you were to tell us that we'd be 7-5 under Matt Rule's first season, without even knowing the injuries that we're going to go through, without even knowing the, Sims. I'm not going to bash Sims. I think we saw probably the worst part of him. I don't think he's going to. I'd be amazed, if he gets another shot, which is possible, right? The way Heinrich Haarberg runs the ball right now, and as he's still getting comfortable with that option game, missing those pitches at times, which again, that's a comfort thing. I'd rather, have you take it on the chin than put it on the turf.
Most definitely. I don't know. I don't think you see Sims, honestly, unless it's just something.
I think a chance of injury. Be ready is what I'm saying.
I'm not saying he's done, but it's just the guy that stepped in, has done a lot more than some of the last quarterbacks that that have come before him. Outside of Casey was pretty well.
Adrian too. Casey, like all those guys. The biggest problem, which you could argue that he's doing it better in his own way, because you look at the Nebraska problem for the years. For me, it's been our quarterback has been the entire offensive system, leading the team in rushing yards, leading the team in passing yards, leading the team in carries. That's to me been the biggest problem. And that's why we see Adrian Martinez playing at the end of the season with a broken jaw, broken rib, busted hands. Casey Thompson,
same thing,
getting hurt towards the end of the season. Heinrich Harburg, luckily, just seems like he hasn't quite gotten that awkward hit yet. And he's just
hopefully it doesn't come.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want, that situation to ever happen. You never want to wish injury on people or anything like that. But as I said, like, somebody has to step up. Like, I understand it's young guys, or get creative with, getting people, involved and everything like that. I mean, if that's, showing up to practice earlier, getting a couple extra stuff here and there, if that's necessarily, deloading, like practicing, walking through stuff to where the confusion in these young guys are kind of out of there, because they've been kind of in a relieving role to where, okay, it's a play or two here or there. So, or, if the game got out of hand or anything like that, you getting in for a half. So getting those guys comfortable to where, they can work, the quarterback can work something like with him, because he's just going like as you say, he's just going off of improvising and going out of there and playing, kind of backyard football ish type playing. And that's what you don't want that heading into this last, big push, the end of the season of stuff.
Yeah. And again, that defense, you expect that defense to show up every week, but that cherry on top, if you can get that offense, I know the coaches don't like that magic number of wins a win, but man, if you get that offense just to get, 24 points a game, that defense, I have a lot of faith in that defense.
How many times have we gotten over 24 points this year? I don't think it's been, maybe twice, maybe.
Let me look it up real quick. I don't know. Have we once?
So we need to make the game an ugly game, a true, brawl. Eat the clock up.
Okay, so Louisiana Tech, we got 28, Northern Illinois, 35.
Okay, does that really count?
I mean, those are your two FCS schools.
Exactly. So
probably not.
Oh, thank you. So on my point, exactly. So they want to, eat the clock up, take as much time as they can. Hopefully, if we can get points off of defense, that will help. And I think hopefully, that will start to happen at some point in time. The rest of the season, even if it's a punt blocked or, an interception taken back to the house or something like that to help the offense generate points. We're not going to be scoring 21 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's going to happen. Now, if we play a complete game and everything is hitting on all cylinders, okay, great, fine and dandy. But from what they've shown and everything like that, 21 points is going to be difficult to get. Period. Home, away, doesn't matter. It's going to be difficult to get. Now, if you can break 21 and get over that and everything like that, that's fine and dandy. Our defense is not, I don't think we'll give up 21 points either on the flip side. So now it's just relying on, okay, scoring more than them and whatnot. So
trying to eat clock, take the time out,
to where now they don't have as many opportunities to go down and score or, tire their defense out. And that's why I say, the offense to stay on rhythm, to keep moving forward and everything, like to eat up the clock and everything like that, not to get those 3 and outs.
Well, even if if it is a just like you said, hopefully not a 3 and out, but just get enough so you can at least pin them back deep, win the field position at the bare minimum.
I don't think that has to be for sure. That and time of possession. If we do those two things and as long as we don't turn the ball over, I think those 3 things are probably the key to winning the rest of the season, period.
Yeah, and it's totally doable because that's how we've won the last 2 games.
Easily.
By literally taking the air out of the ball and relying on our defense to make stop after stop, trying to play that field position. There's still times where that offense is getting out of sync.
Mm-hmm.
And I do agree with you, maybe 24 points, maybe you don't even need it. 21, or the way our defense has been playing.
If we can get, if we
can control the ball.
If we can get to 24, I'll take it.
Yeah.
But I'm not seeing that.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm not seeing that.
Did you watch? Go ahead. Let me finish.
Maybe if the the other kid didn't tear his ACL. I can't think of his last name.
We had Ethan Piper, Billy Kemp, both go down, and then the third one.
Maybe if they didn't tear the ACL and everything like that, and because that Illinois game, they started taking shots. So I'm like, okay, now they're more comfortable and everything like that. So maybe if he didn't get hurt, maybe I might think about, okay, we can get to 24, 27, maybe. Just with that alone, because okay, you take 2 shots a quarter, I'll take the odds on that, even if it's, out of that, if we get 4 out of whatever that is, I'll take that. That's moving the ball, and at least you're trying. So, I mean, and people are going to stack the box and everything like that. So you're going to have, man-free coverage. So it's going to be man-to-man. Now it's just, okay, is our kid better than your kid? I'll take that matchup.
Before we go to break here, I want to ask you one question. We'll talk about it on the next segment, so you don't have to give your answer yet.
Okay.
Were you able to catch Monday Night Football?
This Monday night or last Monday night?
It wouldn't really matter because it happens all the time.
Yes.
Okay. The brotherly love. Not the brotherly love. The brotherly shove.
Yes.
The tush push. Whatever label you want to give it.
Uh-huh.
I want to ask you, if you were a defensive coordinator, because I asked Almon Green this, how in the world do you stop that? Because it is just frustrating coaches across the league. Some people want to ban it. I'm not going that far. No one else is doing it, so it doesn't make sense to me.
It's football. I don't think it should be banned.
Yeah.
Regardless, like, you're upset because you haven't figured out a way to stop it.
Exactly. And we'll talk about that on the next debate. And if you guys want to join the show as well, 402-464-5685. We'll talk about that. The brotherly shove, tush push for the Philadelphia Eagles. They showed it a lot yesterday on 4th and goal, or over and over and over again. Excuse me, 4th and short. Yeah, just impossible stop. And it's not even like where they're getting 1 yard. I mean, they'd be getting 5, 6 yards on it sometimes. It's crazy. We'll talk about that next on the Don't Punt Hour with Demorne Pierson'El. I'm Harrison. We'll talk to you guys in a little bit.
Hi, my name is Molly Party. I'm a realtor with MP Dodge Real Estate. I'm a newly licensed agent and considered numerous brokerages before deciding on MP Dodge. I chose the company that gives me the most support in my new career, plus guidance and encouragement along the way. MP Dodge has a unique mentoring program for new agents. It's helped jumpstart my career and has a supportive management team and administrative staff. So if you're contemplating a career in real estate, look no further than MP Dodge. It will be the best decision you make.
Lane's Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness specialize in getting rid of people's pain quickly and permanently. For 31 years, they've been extremely successful with advanced techniques in pain relief using spinal adjustments and decompression, detoxification, diet and lifestyle modification, and more. They are fully equipped to handle the most seasonal athlete, weekend warrior, car accidents, strains, sprains, and more. Is there anywhere you're experiencing pain on your body, or are you fighting decreased energy and depression? Consult Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness first at 402-476-8619.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Lincoln for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper pole utility to full-size semi. Gray performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Gray Diesel and Equipment Services a visit today with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street.
Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this fall. Check out their large variety of tennis shoes and dress shoes in brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Aetrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln, or check out their options online at brownshoefitco.com.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
It's time to get the Class A high school football playoffs rolling right here on 93.7 The Ticket. Hey guys, Nick Sainer. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday night from Seacrest Field as number 6 Lincoln Southeast faces off against number 11 Lincoln East. When these two teams met back on September 1st, the Spartans won a double overtime thriller, 31-28 over the Knights. The winner keeps their season alive while the loser goes home. It's the Lincoln Southeast Knights against the Lincoln East Spartans this Friday night in the first round of the postseason at 7 p.m. right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back to The Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into Ticket Weeknights. This is the Don't Punt Hour. I'm Pierson Arns, running the ones and twos. Host DeMornay Pierson'El in studio as always. Before the break, I asked DeMornay Pierson'El if he was a defensive coordinator in the NFL. How in the world do you stop the tush push, the brotherly shove, whatever you want to call it?
Whatever you want to call it. I think there's two ways potentially that you can. But I think the number one way that will probably be successful is for, the defense. So whatever front you want to line up and everything like that, I think, personnel change needs to happen. You need, your bigger set of dudes to kind of clog the middle that are not easily pushed.
Would you be willing to plug in like a couple of nose guards in there?
For sure. I mean, your zero, your zero and your one tech. Both of those needs to be tree stumps. Absolute tree stumps.
Yes.
And I think necessarily because when you look at it, it's like, okay, they're moving people back and everything like that. Kelsey is arguably the best center in the league and everything like that. They got to be double teaming somebody in there.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Eagles are definitely double teaming whichever player they choose, and they might say in the huddle, okay, now where it's going to be this one, or now it's going to be that one, because the quarterback is going wherever the center.
He does always pick a hip every single time. He doesn't wait and look at it as soon as he has it. He's either on the left or right hip, so it does kind of indicate they're picking someone where that thing's set.
So, in knowing that and everything like that, I think the defense has to double team the center. They're moving forward, and with a double team, you're stopping all momentum. So if you stop the center, I think you pause the quarterback for a split second, and that's pretty much all you need. Because typically, when quarterback sneaks happen, if that initial dive doesn't work, what do they often do? They bounce or try and pick another hole, and that's all you necessarily need. So I think the defense, some defensive coordinator, something like that, has to figure out a way to necessarily double team the center to stop his momentum of moving forward. You meet that with friction, that's a standstill. I know they're big guys, and they're typically used to double teams and everything like that. But I mean, that's still hard to do. And then you got your two inside linebackers. bring them up, and you just got to have, let them go off the double team, and hopefully, that their linebacker will meet the quarterback in the hole or stood or give the momentum to push it back and go the opposite way. Because if you bounce it, you got somebody cleaning up outside, but they're so focused either going A or B. So I think that they definitely have to double team the center regardless. And
so you're saying personnel change, double team the center, try to get him to bounce.
And it's hard necessarily like to even do that. Because that's something
which we've seen.
that they'll call they'll call it out of nowhere. So condense your D lineman and have whoever your 0 or your 1, you know what I'm saying, on either side, just double take. Like your job is to double the center. You stop him, I think you stop penetration. I think you stop forward progress and penetration. So they double team him, push him back, or get it a stalemate and everything like that. The quarterback has a split second to hesitate, and then now you're just holding on for dear life. Hopefully, the rest of your game somebody can be a single come through and get him to stop his feet or make him bounce and everything like that. And then I think that's how you kind of have to combat that. Now that's a lot easier said than done.
Yes,
you're talking about the Eagles, who have the best offensive line period in the game. Like they got three Pro Bowlers.
Well, that's what leads into my next question. Is this ever going to be replicated again throughout the league? And if so, will we ever see it to this level?
The league is a copy paste league.
But the copy and paste thing has been bad this year with teams that have tried.
That's fine. So you will have it show up, years later down the line. For instance, one team was trading all of their first round picks. Now and they won a Super Bowl, and they created a super team, and they went all out for 2 or 3 years. The Rams went all out to get what they wanted and everything like that. And then what happened after that? They traded their players away for trade capital and everything like that. So everybody started thinking, okay, well, the way that they are looking at it and evaluating, okay, well, maybe we need to adapt and do that. So when I say the league is a copy and paste, they found something. So at some point in time, what the Eagles are doing, somebody will figure out 2.0 of it. Now it may take, a couple years down the road. Now, will you see it as quick and everything like that? No, I don't think you will. But to be honest, I think really when you look at it, the Eagles have done the same thing that the Rams have with drafting well.
Yeah, I agree there.
And keeping, players there that on, fairly fair deals to play because, they're playing for a bigger, purpose of things of trying to win a Super Bowl and everything like that. I don't think the team that's in Philly, I don't think they will be together too much longer. It's too much money.
Well, Jason Kelce too is looking to retire here pretty soon too. We talked about him, one of the best centers in the league.
You got him, you got him retiring, but you got Fletcher Cox, who's arguably he's not a slouch.
Probably one of the best at his position as well. You can argue.
So so a lot of dudes on that team I know with this past year decided not to necessarily go after the money, just to, okay, well, let me do what I can for a year, and then we'll see if we can get back to the Super Bowl and win it and go on there. Not every dude is necessarily like that. Not every locker room is like that to where dudes will, sacrifice, financial, benefits over the team and everything like that. So, and the Eagles have done a great job of, getting the guys that they want in the draft who fit their system and whatnot. So and the Rams have been drafting, good players for years with McVay who fit, what they want to do on the offensive defensive side. So you'll see 2.0s of what people are doing X, Y, and Z, but can it last? I don't think so, because all good things come to an end at some point in the game of football. You're not going to play it forever. You have people problem with people's, you'll have defensive coordinators coming in or defensive coordinators leaving, and dudes it's just not the same and not replicating, and it'll be a problem left, right. So I don't think that team will be what that team is here in the near future. You got, like I said, and looking at the money wise, like the cap stuff, I don't know what the cap is. I haven't even figured it out, or the numbers with stuff, or so I don't know how they do it or whatever. Tax cuts or whatever they got going on to make things work, but you got a certain amount of percentage that you are paying on the offensive side. And when I say that, okay, you got Lane, who he's getting paid a certain amount. You got Kelsey, he's getting paid a certain amount. You got Jalen Hurts, who's getting paid a certain amount. You got what's his name, Goddard.
Yeah, that was Goddard.
Didn't he just get a contract like a year or two ago, or something like that?
Yeah,
he's due for a contract. Okay, you got him being paid. Then you got AJ Brown, and you got Devontae Smith, who's still on his rookie deal and everything like that. So you got dudes that are coming up that are about to get that will need to get paid. And if y'all can't pay them, then they'll go somewhere else.
Yeah, fair enough. If like you said, if they don't make that run last year, who knows how many of those guys stick around?
Because you can't keep everybody on rookie deals, and not everybody every single year. I did that last year, and then when it comes times to cashing out and everything like that, the NFL owners, they're cheap. So, they're not, your numbers are down. So now they're not going to be paying you what you should have got because, your numbers are down. Well, you didn't have the same year as you did last year. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of, it's a different, Rubik's cube to fix and how to fit those pieces in and which ones to switch in. And so
we definitely read every organization is different. I want to ask you, because I know your NFL aspirations are still there, but I know there's some practice facilities that some are great and some are not so great.
I can tell you the greatest one. I mean,
you can tell me the great ones.
Vegas practice facility was crazy. The new thing that they bid out in Henderson.
What makes it not? Is it just location or is it everything?
A little bit of everything. I mean, and I've been to Dallas. I understand. What Jerry is doing down there and everything like that. Dallas has another good facility.
I'd hope so. They got a massive fan base that's pouring money into that.
I mean, the Star. Have you been to Dallas? The Star?
No, I've never actually been.
The Star is something serious.
Really?
Yeah, the Star is nice.
What's been maybe we should save that one. We can get real quick here. What's one of the coolest or one of your favorite stadiums you've ever been in? The Star, and what else? The Star is
Dallas practice facility. That's not their stadium.
Okay.
That's their practice facility.
What's the name of their actual stadium? I'm blanking.
I can't remember. Let
me look it up quick. But
I think it's A&T Bank. I think it's A&T.
It might just be. They change all the time now. I still call Pittsburgh Heinz Field. I can't get over some of those name changes.
Depending on it depends because atmospheres can change. It depends on who they're playing and everything like that. Pittsburgh has a cool atmosphere and everything like that because the owner can pick up the phone and play their song and the place will go nuts. Like you hear the heartbeat and literally the stadium will start to shake. It goes wild.
I will say I know a lot of Steelers fans. I feel like those guys don't mess around. Like their basement's probably yellow.
For sure.
Or black and gold, excuse me.
You'll hear and I mean you can look this up on you can look it up on YouTube. It's like the Gallows or something like that. Because I remember we was in Denver and we were going out there and they was like literally like the owner he'll only play it once a game. When they need like energy or something like that, like he'll literally pick the phone up. He can play it in the first quarter, second quarter. It's whenever he feels like
they need the juice.
Like they need the juice. And I think it was in 21. We were there and it was a one possession game. Like we were going down to score to win the game. And on that drive, they call a timeout or something like that. And when I tell you all hell broke loose all after that song, I was like, oh, it like, okay, this is different. I think Denver's atmosphere is great.
Maybe not this season, but in years past, definitely.
But I mean, when Vaughn was there and everything like that, and he's doing what he's doing and everything like that, like
Manning was there with that defense. Oh my God.
I think like the Vegas, and I mean in Las Vegas, they have nightclubs in the stadium. You're laughing. I'm serious. The end zone with the flame, like that end zone, there's a whole like yeah.
I believe it. I've been seeing some crazy stuff at Lo-Fi Stadium.
I haven't been to a 49ers game, but I've played in the 49ers stadium. So I can only imagine necessarily like what that's like. And people in the Bay Area are fanatics about, their team.
Mm-hmm.
I can only imagine what it is, like how that, organization and how that fan base is about their team. Phillies fans are crazy. They're mean, reckless, ruthless.
Tends to be a common trend. Philadelphia 76ers, you're getting the same.
Buffalo's atmosphere is crazy too.
Yeah, that one they embrace the cold, like nobody else.
Buffalo's atmosphere is crazy. Like it's different. It is.
It's just like the fan base. Like you just feel the chaoticness. Like when you're walking in, you see
they jump
tables.
through tables.
Yeah.
They set people on fire. Like you're insane for what bear shirt. Like no, I'm not doing that.
They probably got the toughest tailgates. I won't say the best, but the toughest because they'll bear through 30-mile-an-hour winds, freezing weather.
Have you been to a Chicago tailgate?
No, but I imagine Buffalo gets colder than Chicago more often, at least.
I'll give you that. I'm trying to think. It was another team. I just had it. I was just thinking about it.
Wisconsin's got to be different just because that fan base is incredibly loyal.
We played the Giants in New York on 9/11. Or the day after 9/11, I can't remember exactly, but it was the 9/11 like tribute. Like that atmosphere was crazy.
Oh yeah, a lot of emotions going into that.
So so like I've been in different places to like where to say like who has the best. The Charger Stadium, like that's a real good stadium. So it just depends on who you're playing. Like I done been in Arrowhead when the Raiders came and played the Chiefs and won, and Gruden took a victory lap around the stadium. Like I was on the bus when that happened. Like I was there. So
wait, Gruden decided who called out for the victory lap? Gruden.
Yes. It was is it 20? I think it was 2020. I think maybe. They played in. It's the last time the Raiders beat the Chiefs at Arrowhead.
Okay, wait. We're gonna have to pause on this and hear this on the next break because I don't want to cut it off short. We'll hear about the Gruden victory lap after beating the Chiefs at Arrowhead. We'll do that on the next segment. Again, Don't Punt Hour. I'm Harrison DeMornay, Pierson'El. More up next.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit OakStreetCarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
Oak Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Lincoln for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper pole utility to full-size semi. Gray performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Gray Diesel and Equipment Services a visit today with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street. When it comes to tackling your fall projects, having the right equipment can make a huge difference. At Sunbelt Rentals, they have an extensive line of tools and equipment to help complete any job. From lawn and landscape equipment to hand tools, pressure washers, portable generators for you tailgaters, and much more. Sunbelt Rentals makes it easy to get what you need when you need it. Drop in to see the experts at 5450 Alvo Road in Lincoln, or visit sunbeltrentals.com today to learn how Sunbelt Rentals can make it happen for you.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this fall. Check out their large variety of tennis shoes and dress shoes in brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Atrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln, or check out their options online at brownshoefitco.com.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and man, of the October incentives get better. You won't want to miss this happening right now at Koppel. You have 0% financing or $6,500 off MSRP on select new half-ton crew cab pickups. Yes, you heard right, happening right now until the end of the month. 0% financing or $6,500 off sticker price. Those incentives are the best we've seen this entire year. Hurry on in while supplies last. Just take that short money saving drive down 144th Street or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All offers include trade-in bonus and with approved credit.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Kreekak, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We supply our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
Back to The Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in to Ticket Weeknights. This is the Don't Punt Hour. I'm Harrison Arns here with Demorne Pierson'El. Over the break, we talked about the Bears-Raiders game. I'm sure you don't want to dive into that, so we can continue with the Gruden story. The Gruden victory lap, we figured it out. It was 2020 year. You guys come down there, beat them. I believe it was 40-32 on the road. It would put you guys at 3-2 on the season. The Chiefs at 4-1.
Yeah, so we come in at Arrowhead, and I like I said, I remember that week at practice.
Undefeated Chiefs team at the time too.
And you know that rivalry, like it's people can say it's one-sided and everything like that, but in the last couple of like years, like at least one of those games have been decided by a player to be chosen, like a player two has chosen like who's come down to like win it. But we had a tough week, a strong week of practice that week. Derek was like, it's been a minute. He said it's been a long time since he's like won at Arrowhead and everything like that. So he wanted to get it. And, Gruden, believed that we had, their number and everything like that. So we came out, it was a tough game and everything like that. It was going back and forth, to be honest. I don't remember what Tariq Hill had that day, but I know whatever they were doing with Tariq, like
take a guess.
I would say maybe this is before he was frustrated with the Chiefs. So I would probably say, or around the time he started getting, I would say 6 receptions for like maybe 130, 140 and 2 tugs.
You got way better than that. 3 receptions, 15 yards, only 1 touchdown.
So okay, so
Kept them locked down.
So, and I remember vividly. You know, Gruden said we drafted Henry Ruggs. You're our version of Tariq Hill. So they want to go with somebody fast. We got somebody fast and everything like that. So that week he was like, Henry, it's you. You know what I'm saying? So if they bomb, we bomb. You know, if they got somebody that runs a 4.2, we got you to run a 4.2. So whenever I call, just make sure you catch it. So we kept a lid on Rick. They were more so worried, but they were worried about him and Kelsey, of course. But Ruggs went off. You know, he had
and he really was the Tyreek Hill. Just take the deep ball. 2 receptions, 118 yards.
No, outside of his first year. If you look at the year, you know, when unfortunately, you know, his situation happened and everything like that, what they were, he would get, 4, maybe 5 targets, but he gonna be 130, 120, 2 tugs. Like it's literally just a straight angle route, run to the front.
Kind of like Gabe Davis is on the Bills. Like he'll pop off for low targets, but he'll have 100 yards at times. He's not used as much.
I wouldn't say that because teams had to respect Henry, so they would put Henry in a slot, or they would put him in a condensed front, and Henry run to the front pylon. DC would drop back and throw it as far as he can, and that's 6. So whenever Gruden felt like the need of, I just feel like doing that, we're bombing it. That was what Henry was for. Period. Not speed. So. Henry had a good day. Henry had a good game that game and everything like that. Our running backs had a decent showing out. Nelson Aguilar had a decent game and everything. Everything was just going our way. Our defense was matched up better that day and everything like that. So we end up pulling a victory at Arrowhead. And like I said, it has been some years since the Raiders had won, gone into Arrowhead and won and everything like that. So we come out of the locker room, everybody's, cheering, happy, this and this and that. They being respectful as much as we can, but in Gruden fashion and in Gruden fashion only. Like, so everybody, we getting on the bus, everybody, piles up and everything like that. And, it's not typical for teams to stay, the night in wherever they're playing at. Sometimes they might, but typically not. Every now and then, if you're flying back from the East Coast, going to the West or going back to the East, whatever, they might, stay the night and fly the next morning whatsoever. But
keep you away from those red eyes.
So that we're sitting around, waiting to get on the bus and everything like that. So then everybody gets on the bus, so we clearing out and everything like that. And I don't know when it happened or when he told him to go around, because typically Gruden is always on the first offensive bus and everything like that. So I don't know when it happened or whatnot, but we leaving and everything like that. Mind you, we have a police escort. So the escort, goes at first like one ways, and then the motorcycle police, come around or whatever. So I guess I don't know if he told them or they knew what it was or whatever, but at first, they kind of veered off a little bit. We literally went around the whole stadium for a victory lap off of Gruden. Just one of the, and it's funny because everybody's like, what are we doing? Like, but by the time we got back to the airplane, which the airfield maybe was 15, maybe 20 minutes away or something like that. So you got half of the police convoy sitting at the gate to where we go to leave, and then the other biker motorcycles, our police officers are literally driving and trying to catch up to us, to literally going around the circle. And then Gruden was like, all right, let's go get out of here. And he literally he literally stood up, waved his hands like, all right, we're out. And then we went to the airport. And by the time we got there, it's like, yeah, we just took a victory lap. It's like,
that's a great Gruden story.
I was
With that being said, we do got to get out here. We got about 10 seconds here, but the Gruden victory lap. Love to hear
one of
it.
the funniest things I've been a part of. Like
Absolutely. Don't Punt Hour with the Morning Pierson'El. Speed and Power up next. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, my name is Molly Party. I'm a realtor with MP Dodge Real Estate.